Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Warden, and today we're going to have a tier list in duels. Just know that, in duels, because I play mostly duels. I don't know much about Dominion mechanics and stuffs, each hero, how each hero can perform in Dominion, so we're going for the duels first. And the second thing is we're going to check and our parameters are on fixed on a good player, a player that is experienced and knows every hero, knows the counters, everything about it. So a good player, a top player. All right? Okay. So the reaction is there, everything is there. I'm going to make a noob tier list too, coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. And final disclaimer is these are my own opinion and my own experience. Definitely, you guys might think something is wrong here, something is not wrong here. Tell me in the comments. Everything is totally fine. And I'm here to listen to your stuffs too, if they're convincing, of course. And the final thing is, let's talk about the tiers. The S tier is a hero that is just the best hero for duels. If you pick it, you have a high chance of winning, and if you know how to play with that hero. A tier is a better. It's close to S tier, but a little bit lacking in some things, and that's why they're A tier. So they're not bad. Okay. Also, that's the same for B. B's are like average, not that good, not bad either. So if you play with them, it's just okay. And guys, doesn't matter which tier list your favorite hero is, as long as you play good with that hero, you're going to win. For example, if I say, for example, Warden is D tier, doesn't mean that Warden is trash. If you play good with him, if you do every single thing correct, you're going to win. Doesn't matter. This game is not only about a hero abilities, it's your ability too. It's very dependent on your ability to parry. Okay, I talked too much. Let's start. So yeah, these three parts are very viable, and these two parts are the heroes that like need more attention from the devs, so they need to change a little bit. They're not performing that well, at least in duels, not in Dominion. I'm not talking about it. So let's start with the first faction, the Knights. Warden. Warden is, in my opinion, A tier. Used to be, I think I told you guys before, it used to be S tier, one of the best duelists in the game. But now that there are new heroes there, everyone has dodge attacks, faster attacks, better punishes. Warden is just lacking. But still, the shoulder bash is so viable. Like, you have to guess for 3 not easy reads on the shoulder bash. So that's good, but he's a little bit stamina costly, but that's kind of okay because like the shoulder bash is a powerful thing, but still you can punish it with a guard break every time you guess correct, but still he's good. He's a hero that if you play with him, you're going to win in top ranks. We're talking about top ranks, okay? Next is Conqueror. Conqueror is very good in Dominion, in my opinion. I'm not a Dominion player, so it's just a very raw opinion. But in duels, he's good. He's not that great, but still he's viable. He has the unblockables. He has the recovery cancel with the full block. So if they dodge attack your whiffs, they can't. You go to the full block and punish them. The punish on full block is so trash. It's 13 minutes. The bash and the follow-up attack is 13 minutes, not 13 damage. So do not always go for the counters, but still he's a heavy hitter on the heavies. And you can light spam your opponent. That's good. So he's A tier, but like a very low A tier. So you get what I say. Peacekeeper, in my opinion, she's good. She's not a bad hero, but she's not a tier list hero. I don't know why. I just don't feel like she's that powerful to be an A tier or S tier. So B tier it is. She's still a very good hero. Has the 50/50s, and you can mix your opponent up still. And the dodge recovery on the bleed is the soft feint bleed. I mean, is good, but I'd like for her to have more dodge recoveries. He has the dodge cancel on heavies, but it's not that viable, to be honest, especially in duels. I don't know about Dominion. Dominion must be better for that. And Lawbringer. In my opinion, he used to be S tier. He used to be S tier after they murdered this hero after the rework. Like, imagine one heavy parry and you were blind. Your stamina was not regenerating for a time that was like it was like 1 hour. And yeah, he was so powerful. He was a real counter hero. Now they took everything from him. They added the hyper armor on the second heavy, but that's good. But that's not enough. They removed so many stuffs from him and didn't give him much offense. He was not a good offensive hero, but now he's neither a good defensive hero nor a good offensive hero. So in my opinion, like, it goes to, let's say you can play with him still. He's annoying, but not that great. So B, but Peacekeeper performs better than him, in my opinion. Okay, I'm trying to stick with the knight, so let's go to the next knight, and it shall be Centurion, A tier, better than Conqueror, in my opinion. Centurion might not have the best openers in the game, in duels, but once you get into the mix-ups, he is so strong. Like, you have to guess widely. And also, the uncharged jab is sometimes safe. So basically, they can't guard break you. It's not safe for like dodge attacks and stuff. They can't guard break you sometimes. If they dodge early, they might be able to. And the other thing that I don't like is that they can't double dodge the fully charge. And the devs are aware of that, but they say it's hard to like change it because of the reason they need to change other stuff, so they need more time for that. But still a very good duelist, in my opinion. Not better than Warden, to be honest. Like, Warden is a very good duelist. He's hard to master, but I'm talking about a good and experienced player. So, like, he's good. He's better than these two at least. All right, and next duelist of knights, Gladiator. Again, A tier, better than Conqueror, in my opinion. Between these two, let's say here. Let's keep him here. Let's not think a lot. Like, A tiers are all good, so I'm not really concerned of this row that I'm going to. Which one needs to be first? Which one needs to be last? I don't really care about that. So Gladiator, two type of dodge attacks. One is bash, which does not guarantee any attack, but it's a chain starter. The next one is the dodge attack, which is light, still a chain starter, but it will deal damage. He has the toe stab. He does not lose stamina, literally. He has so much stamina. So he's so good for those people who like to like feint into stuff, feint into thing. Like, he does not lose so much stamina. Next knight is Black Prior, B tier, better than, in my opinion, let's say Lawbringer. No, let's just keep him here. I used to think he is an S tier because he can't literally counter anything except guard break, but he's not an offensive that great in offensive because he has a good opener, the bash, but you can't chain effectively with him. You need to like bash, attack, go into the like unblockable, which you can. The only thing you can chain after that, and that's it. You basically can't do much. You need to back up and go for the defensive too. So he's not that great in offensive, but he's a good defensive hero, but still not that great in my opinion, like A tier or S tier. Alright, that's it. Let's jump to next knight hero, which is Warmonger. Better version of Warden in my opinion, so she's going to be better than Warden. Why? She might not be able to, like, Warden can chain everything into shoulder bash, but she can't. Only lights can be chained, and she can't chain after he lands the bash and the follow-up light or heavy. But she has so much frame advantage. She has good lights. They are enhanced lights. They can't fully block it. They like get a chip damage, and then you can still continue your chains. And she has a very effective and good dodge attack. Why? Because it's unblockable. Like Tiandi has dodge attacks like her. As JJ has the same dodge attack as her, but hers is unblockable, so they can't like luckily just block it. They need to parry it. So that's why she is very good, better than Warden in that case, because Warden does not have any dodge attacks. You need to read, but with her, you at least you will get guard broken out of your dodge attack, but still, you don't need that much of a read, and you can counter so many heroes mix-ups with just spamming the dodge attack because you can feint it. You feint it, go to the dodge attack again, infinite iframes. That's why she is a very good duelist in my opinion, not S tier to be honest. Still, we don't have any S tiers, guys. How mystical. Alright. And the final knight hero, Gryphon. I'm talking about a high rank player, and I've played against good players with Gryphon, and I couldn't do almost anything because he does not have good openers. So, like, I don't really care. He just sits there. Let's say he just sits there, and why? Because he doesn't have that much reliable, like, good opener. Because if the guy just good at reacting, he can just parry every single thing you throw at him. And yeah, he might be good at a noob tier list, but here he's just okay. You can be very good with him, but you still need to like do some stuffs to be better than these guys. Now let's talk about the Vikings. Berserker. Solid A tier. Let's say he's here. He's like Gladiator can kind of counter him because he has the dodge bash, which can like literally stop you from any of your chains. It doesn't matter if you have hyper armor on that. But still, Gladiator is a beast in a 1v1 because like you have hyper armor, more health pool than other assassins because he needs to trade. So that's good. He's a hard hitter to be honest, like top unblockable 30 damage or 32 damage, and side unblockables are 35 damage as far as I remember. I don't know if it's correct. You guys tell me in the comments. But he deals a lot of damage, and they are hyper armored, so they can't dodge attack easily. So you trade with them, and he has hyper armor on lights. So you're basically very good. The zone attack is kind of like if the guy just blocks, he can get an easy parry out of it, because like the first attack, if they block it, the first indicator of the zone attack, the other indicators that come, they can't block it and you can't feint it. So basically it's a free parry for them. But still a good, to be honest, a good mix of every moves in him. He doesn't have the bash, but he doesn't need it. And He has the dodge cancel on the recoveries, which is awesome. You can just do a light, they dodge attack, you just go for a deflect. Best deflect in the game, in my opinion. Like, Gladiator deals a lot of damage, more than anyone, but he has a deflect that guard breaks, so they can't trade with you. So, like, Gladiator will be useless because, like, if they trade, you can't go for the full bleed on the deflect, so they interrupt you. And yeah, best deflect in the game, in my opinion. One of the best, let's say. Okay, next Viking, Raider. Good hero. Not better than these guys, but still a very good hero. And if you know what you're doing, you can be so annoying with him. And he doesn't really need any introduction, so you guys already know everything about him. So let's talk about the first S tier. It's Valkyrie, in my opinion. A solid duelist after the rework. Like, you need to respect this character. If you dodge the heavy, if they let the heavy go, it will catch you. Unless you go for a dodge attack. Like, dodge attack is so shit, in my opinion. Like, the thing that Gryphon lacks there is too, if they dodge attack, they basically dodge attack both your side heavies and your kick. So the only thing that they can't dodge attack is your undodgeable light. And yeah, Valkyrie is the same, but she can soft feint the heavies into the full block. That's very powerful. You try to crush and counter it, she will block it and follow it up with a guaranteed bash, another guaranteed light, and a chain starter. His final chained light wall splats on the left and right, not the top. And yeah, basically she's very good in duels. I don't know about the Dominion, but she's very reliable. And if you know what you're doing, you're going to be untouchable with her. Warlord, solid A. Like, let's say, better than Berserker, in my opinion. You guys might be like shocked, but this hero is very simple, but yet he has so much frame advantage. He's the lord of frame advantage, and his lights are kind of annoying to deal with. And also he has the headbutt, which is kind of safe, but not that much. If you dodge it correctly, you can guard break, but it's sometimes safe. So yeah, like, basically he's a very good hero, although very simple. And that's why it makes him A tier. He's simple and strong. Like, you can easily master him and be performing very good in the matches. If you be next to a wall and you wall splat, they basically lose half of their stamina. That's a lot. And they go blind. That's another prop for it. And he hits hard, like hard. And he has hyper armor on the heavies, and like he's so good. He's so good. He can trade. He has so much health pool. He can trade with most heroes. That's just basically awesome. Next Viking hero is the Highlander. I go with C. He's not even medium, in my opinion. He's below medium, but he's not that pathetic. But like, the rework they did on the testing grounds was so solid and very good, because he could feint the kick. And that would make him like a B or A tier, in my opinion. Especially, in my opinion, he's going to be an A tier if they just implement the changes. Because if you get a guard break, you only get a light now. Nothing special. Like, the guy can easily risk it. Like, for example, a Warden or a Shugoki or anyone risk doing a bash or doing an unblockable heavy, because they don't care if you guard break them. The good thing he has is that he has the dodge attack, but like, come on, guys, like, it's so easy to like risk in front of Highlander. He hits hard, but the attacks cost a lot of stamina, so like 2 mix-ups and you're out of stamina. But like they balanced it, I think it's fair because it deals a lot of damage. And like some guaranteed damage, 1 kick and there's a guaranteed 30 damage on the unblockable heavy. And he's hard to master. Trust me, he's hard. He's the hardest hero that I've ever tried. Others are just walk in the park compared to this hero. And yeah, the reason that it's his C is these things. He doesn't get a good punish on the guard breaks, and he doesn't get a good punish on the kicks. If they dodge attack you while you're doing the kick, you can't do anything. Like basically anything. You might go for a soft grab. It might grab them if they like dodge attack too soon, but still not very viable. Like they can't just easily counter you with a dodge attack, and you can't do anything about it. Like anything. All right, next Viking hero, Shaman. S tier, better than Valkyrie. Do I need to say something about her? Like the better version of Peacekeeper. Soft feints that are not reactable. They're 400 ms, so like it's faster than lights, regular lights that are 500 ms. So basically, and imagine that you deal the bleed. Any attack that you land, if they don't block it, you land going to heal you for a little bit, and you open up a high damage inflicting attack, which is the bite, and it heals you a lot. Like I think a 1 bar, it will heal you for 1 bar, and it will deal 35 damage, guys. Like that's a lot. It will remove the bleed, yeah, but it will deal 35 damage, and the bleed is the bleed stacks, just like Peacekeeper. The bleed stacks, and it will like become a very big problem if you do not do anything, because it will stack until you die. This happens to the Shaman too, and you always need to guess whether she's going to throw that raw heavy or go for the soft feint. You can dodge attack it, but still you're risking it because she can just feint the heavy and go for the parry on your dodge attack, and the parry means a light parry. And if you're bleeding, you're basically under the Shaman. Shaman is upon you and biting you. So she's very hard to deal with. If you're a Warden against Shaman, you're basically having a very hard time because you don't even have the dodge attack to counter her. So it's hard. She's so hard to play against. You need to have very good reads. And let's talk about the final Viking hero, Jormungandr. I like to put her in A, but she's just mediocre, but better than these guys. Like, let's say Blackbriar is better than Highlander. Yeah, these two. Let's just give him more credit. And like he is even better than Peacekeeper in my opinion. But let's just stay with that. Let's not, for the sake of video's length, just not debate on these things. B tier, but a very good B tier. He has hyper armors on the heavies. He does not have the hyper armor on the chain heavies, which would be sick if he had the unblockables, like the hyper armor on the unblockables. Would be nice. And unfortunately, they removed the slam hyper armor. So in Dominion, I'm talking about just a little bit, they can interrupt you. And like, the interesting part, the Eagle Dive and the Hammer Slam of these two guys only deal 30 damage, and the Bleed Bite of Shaman deals 35 damage. How crazy is that? And he has the dash forward, like Bash, which is good, a very good opener. And like, she's normal. She doesn't have anything powerful. She doesn't have anything bad either. So she's normal. She's viable. Go for her. She's good. And screams a lot. She's nice. Like, I don't have much things to say. She's a good hero, all in all. She used to be better. She used to be better after they nerfed her with the like that slam that throws you off balance, and she goes for the hammer slam. You could like chain it into a heavy, so they couldn't guard break you, which was so annoying, and they couldn't dodge attack you because she can chain with a zone which has hyper armor and deals a significant. I think it's 24 damage. That's a good damage for countering a dodge attack. And yeah, she is good. She is very solid, but I say she's normal there. Like, you guys might say different things, but I think it's there. All right, next hero is our Japanese heroes. First of all, Shugoki. In higher ranks, he might not be that viable, but still a good hero because of the headbutts, and you can like play with your heavies. You can charge them sometimes, half charge them. Same goes with the Centurion. I forgot to say that. Very powerful tool, guys. Uncharged and charged and half charged heavies. They are awesome. Like, Centurion might not be the best, but Shugoki is definitely the best because he has hyper armor just like Hitokiri. So he has hyper armor on the heavies. And one stinky thing that I really hate is that if you try to be cheeky, like you say, okay, he's going for a light, let's throw a raw heavy and catch him going for the light. He can trade with you. I mean, sometimes he might not, but most of the times he can trade with you because the hyper armor comes out really fast, and he can trade with your heavy. Like, you throw heavy, he throws heavy, you both trade. So it's not a good thing on your side because you did the read and he did not. He did the wrong read, but he didn't get the most punish out of it. He only got the trade for it. So, and the dash forward headbutt is not punishable, but they usually just throw it on charge. So if you dodge it, just wait for them to do the on charge and go for the parry or crushing counter or any counter that you have. And yeah, very good. Very good, solid hero. And yeah, even in higher ranks, viable. Very good. Kensei, still not terrible, not great hero. Kind of. I really wanted to put him in, but he's A in my opinion because he's better than these guys. Because one thing that I really like about Kensei is the play style of him is he has so many good soft feints. He has good, he has everything that a Vanguard needs in my opinion. Like, Warmonger might be better, but he has a very good tool that is the soft feints, and the soft feints, especially the soft feint on the final soft feint heavy, which is hyper armored on the sides and awesome. Like, because why you go for an unblockable top unblockable and then soft feint it into a side hyper armored heavy, it will catch any dodge attack. That's how powerful it is. And if it does not catch, it will trade. And it deals a lot of damage, 27 damage, I guess. And yeah, basically a very good trader, Kensei is. And the soft feint's awesome. On unblockable, hyper armor on the final light. So you do a dodge attack, you then go for a light. It's basically hyper armored. So like a Gladiator deflects your dodge attack, you go for a, let's say just even heavy even, he will get 27 damage and you only get like, I don't know, 10 damage for the bleed. So yeah, awesome hero. That's, they say like the concept of Vanguard is a hero that can adapt offensive and defensive. Kensei is that. Kensei is a very good adaptive hero. And he has the dash forward superior block and the side superior blocks, but the dash forward is punish. You can punish the opponent with a guard break. It's guaranteed. Remember that. Orochi. let's say here. Or even better than Warmonger, in my opinion. And the reason for that. I'm not going to talk about the Storm Rush. You guys might say, oh, Storm Rush is so great. And I think it's so great because I myself can't react to it. I mean, I don't have a very good PC and like my latency is not that great, but still. Good players and people who have a little bit of better PC aspect, FPS and latency, easy parry for them. Like, it's not hard to parry the Storm Dash or whatever you call it. I don't remember the dash forward heavy that he has, which is undodgeable on all sides. But like, it's not useless. You condition your opponent with a kick. Yes, he has the kick. And then they think you're going for a kick, they dodge, and you catch them with your Storm Rush. So, solid hero, good deflect because you can armor break, so they can't trade with you. Like Raider does the heavy, which is hyper armor. If you do a deflect before that, you will stop him from doing the heavy. So you basically do not trade with them. They need to like add armor break to all heroes, in my opinion, but it does not work that well with some of heroes. So that's why they didn't give that to everybody. So yeah, Orochi, solid hero, that's why he's better than all these guys. A very good counter attacker, a very good assassin. One of like, if Berserker is, in my opinion, fun assassin, he's more fun than Berserker, in my opinion. Very good flow. He has a very good flow because of the dash cancels on recoveries. I'm talking about the high tier players, so she needs a buff. Like, I myself, because I play most of the times Wardens, have a hard time against this hero because with Warden you don't have dodge attack. You need to guess every single thing correct. But other heroes can easily just counter her. But still, I'm not saying she's trash. She needs a buff. Like, not even D tier. Let's just remove the D. And let's just say she needs a buff. She's not a bad hero. I've seen good players with with this hero, you need to be so good with her. So, and top players who are main with this hero are so good with her, so they can win. But like a bad player in a mid-range rank, they're going to have a hard time against many of these heroes. If you saw Warden in any type of thing, in any type of scenario, you're not going to have that much of a hard time because you at least know that he's not going to use the iframe against you because he doesn't have any dodge attacks. So, but still, good hero on mixing up with the hidden stance. Her best move is the hidden stance. And she doesn't have that much of a good opener, but still the hidden stance helps. Has iframe property, the hidden stance, so you basically can. I've seen people hidden stance my dash forward heavy with Warden or other heroes that have that. You can do that. It won't reach you. That's a very good thing. You can actually do that with the back stance of JJ too. But she needs more stuffs, in my opinion. Like, unblockable might be good, or more stuffs, like, I don't know, a better opener, a bash, for example. I don't know, dash forward kick, like Orochi. Anyways, another S tier that is better than even these two is the Game Breaker. You guys already know it, Shinobi. No! The reason why he's so good because of the double dodge. Both of them have the deflect property on them, so if you whiff even the first one, you can instantly go for the deflect on the second one. So yeah, that's crazy. And the backflip, basically an iframe, so they can't dodge attack your attacks. You can backflip it and counter them with a kick or a undodgeable heavy or an unblockable or a light. Like, you have so many options. The instant kick, you can just option select guys with that. Like, you instant kick the unblockable, for example. You win. They can't guard break you. and you have the iframe. So the only thing that they can do is to feint it and wait for you to do the kick and dodge it, and they guard break out of you. They can't even punish you with a dodge attack. They need to guard break you. So solid hero, and that's why he got banned by official like tournament holders, tournament hosts. That's why he's like broken, like especially the double dice. That's why he's so broken. And he has, again, just like Berserker, you can't trade with the deflect. It counts just like you can say it just like a guard break. You will be stunned. You can't do anything. You can't chain anything. So yeah, these three, Orochi and Berserker and Shinobi, these three are the only assassins that you can't trade with them. They will break your armor and break your attacks, even if it's a light. So, solid hero. Aramusha, I like to bring him to C, but let's say I just say a low B. He's so fun. Don't get me wrong. He's so fun to play because he is like so edgy and the moves are so edgy. Like he has double katanas, guys. He's a Ronin, right? Like a samurai, a real lonely samurai without a master. Like he's the perfect whip imagination that you can have. So yeah, he's so fun, but he lacks on stuffs. The first thing is, in my opinion, he's so simple. He doesn't have so much good options in there. So like people just easily just react to his stuffs.
Try me, bitch.
Like the soft feints, not bad, but still not that great. Because like, for example, imagine you playing against a bash hero, for example, even a Warden. If they dodge correctly, they can like bash you in between your soft feints. And they easily just counter you. Gladiator has a better option because he has the iframe too. Warden only has the dodge iframe. So yeah, basically he can be countered easily. Like against a hero that can go to full guard, still not that effective. But he can cancel any recovery into the like counter move that he has, which deals 20 damage on light. And if you want a wider range in Dominion, you can press heavy for 12 damage, less damage, but more AoE damage. Yeah, basically that's Aramusha. The palm attack, nice, but if they dodge, that's a free guard break. If they dodge attack, you can counter it with a counter he has, but good players do not dodge attack much. So yeah, you can't do much. Next one. Tiandi. Solid A. Tiandi, like you can't even count him as a, just like Orochi count him as an S tier. He's awesome. He used to be so boring, I hated him. He used to be B, in my opinion, like normal hero. Nothing much to him. But he has so much good options, like good dodge attack, 2 type of dodge attacks, dodge cancels, kick that can be soft feinted into a dodge attack again. Dodge attacks can be soft feinted into more dodge attacks. Like he's so fluid, so nice while you're playing with him. The flow is so nice. And yeah, all in all, a very solid hero. Many heroes nowadays are solid heroes, to be honest. Like all these B to S are solid heroes. So you don't need many improvements from us YouTubers to go for any hero you want. Like these heroes are, all of them are solid. All right, another very good hero in duels is Hitokiri. Let's say better than Warden. Yeah.
Oh no.
Why? You guys know. Heavies. Charged, uncharged, half charged. All first frames of the attack, like 100 milliseconds of the attack, have a hyper armor property on them. They actually buffed her in the recent patch, and they removed the hyper armor on the lights, on the chained lights. But who even does them? It doesn't work anyways. It was useless anyways. And the heavies now get the hyper armor property sooner. So she's a beast right now. She has the kick too, faintable, charged, half charged, and fully charged, and uncharged. Follow up with the heavy. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome hero. Simple. The best thing about her, just like where was he? Just like Warlord, simple, but very effective. That's why I like Hitokiri. I hate playing with Hitokiri, but you guys might like her play style. She's kind of boring, just like Warlord, but it just works. She works. If you just want to win, these two heroes are just like that. They're not nice or anything. Like they will make you a winner if you know what you're doing. JJ. I don't know if I put him into a low A tier or good B tier. Let's think a little bit. Let's talk about him. He has the stamina regenerative move, which has the iframe too. So just like the Nobushi's back stance, the hidden stance, his back stance is iframe as well, has a iframe as well. And after that, you can counter them with a zone attack, follow-up zone attack, which is unblockable, and it's fast. And yeah, he has a good dodge attack, which has you can do 3 types, either fainted into a guard break, either let it fly, or sub-fainted into a light. It's effective because people sometimes try to go for the parry on the light. Most of the times they try to block it but still, if they try to block it, you let that fly and they does not block the other side, so they get hit. He drains stamina on parries too. Yeah, let's say A tier. Low A tier. Let's say. Alright, yeah. Let's stick with that. Another solid hero. S tier. Better than Valkyrie. Better than Shaman even. Nuxia. Doesn't need to introduction, to be honest, like you guys already know. Her traps are awesome. Like, they deal shit ton of damage, especially the zone attack. 32 damage on the zone attack if you guess only wrong, which is so unfair. And good players with Nuxia, not only they like play with the heavies and like traps, they bait you to go for an interrupt. So people basically try to interrupt, go for a read. They say, okay, he's going for the trap, so I do a light to go into my stuffs and just counter her trap. And they fainted and parry your, for example, zone attack or your light. So yeah, she is solid, especially if the guy knows what he's doing. Like, you're going to have a very hard time against her, and you can't counter her that effective unless you have a dodge attack, which still you're risking of getting parried by her. And the final chained heavies wall splat. The top heavy wall splats on the backward, the sides wall splat on each side. So yeah, solid assassin, and like that's why she's S tier. She can beat anyone like easily with the traps. So yeah, that's the reason. The main reason is she's not A tier is that she deals a lot of damage. So yeah, that's it. Shaolin. I love Shaolin. Like, he's so fun to play. Like, the kid's awesome. Good A tier in my opinion. Like, a very solid A tier. No, not him. Stays there. So solid A tier. And yeah, the key stance, the most powerful thing that he has. You can soft feint it, go for a deflect in between the soft feint. He awesome. He's awesome. Like, and yeah, like he has good openers because he has the kick. He has the key stance. You can just whiff the light or heavy and go to the key stance. Wait for your opponent to do something. The light on the key stance has crushing counter property. Yeah, awesome hero. You can counter while maintaining the offense. Awesome hero, and very fun to play. A little bit hard to master, but still a very fun hero to play. And he has basically anything that a hybrid needs. A very good hero. Zhanhu. Yeah, he's meh. He's just like, in my opinion, B. The dodge attacks fast. They are fast. 2 tops of them, but they are guard breakable. The funny thing, they are guard breakable. You can guard break it because they come out a little bit late. So if you feint something into a guard break and he decides to do a dodge attack, you will guard break them. He doesn't have guard break. He does have the guard break vulnerability. And like, he is good on the unblockables. Like, he has 2 type of unblockables, lights and heavies, so you can like mix your opponent whether they're going for a like light or heavy. He has the dodge cancels on the recoveries. That's good. He has the full block attack, which will turn your dodge attack into a unblockable dodge attack. Nice. But yeah, he's normal. Nothing that great. So yeah, that's it. Let's go to I forgot. All right, you guys might I forgot one samurai. I'm so bad at this game. I forgot one samurai, which is, god damn it. I just saw this beautiful hero here, the Tiandi, and I just lost my shit. Yeah. It's alright. Kioshin. A tier. Yeah, here. Solid A tier. Very good defensive hero. And also a good offensive hero. He has the kits that you need for countering and the kits to attacking. He has the dash forward bash and dash forward light and dash forward heavy, so you can, like, I've seen people sometimes do it, delay the dash a little bit. The good thing about dash forwards and all in all dodge attacks is that you can delay them. So like you can delay them for like 300 ms, I guess, yeah, or 500 ms. That's a lot of time for delaying. So if your opponent dodges early for your dash forward kick, you go for a dash forward heavy and you basically just open them up at the least possibility, or you just got a good heavy attack because they're still on the recovery of the dodge. So yeah, solid hero. Go for him. And the fact that he instantly can go to an attack and when he goes for the full block is very fascinating. You can just spam that. They can't react to it much. Yeah, all in all, fun hero, good hero. And the final faction. Sorry if I missed you, Kioshin. You're always my baby boy. Mwah.
One day you will have to answer for your actions. And God will not be so merciful.
Much love. All right. Pirate. It's like, in higher ranks, she's not that big of a deal, to be honest. They can't even react to the unblockables because she has this launch animation that if she fainted, it will never happen. But if she like throw it, the launch animation will just give it away and they go for the parry. Again, it means that the guy has a good PC, good FPS, and good latency. They can react to it, okay? It's not unreactable. So, in my opinion, B, better than these two, better than this guy. Medjay. Absolute beast in Dominion, you guys know that. But in duels, like, yeah, you can just, like, you just see people light a spam with him. Like, nothing more. Good players with Medjay might do some more stuff, but still a meh hero. And here is his spot. Because at least Pirate has the dodge cancel on the recoveries, more fluid and more fun to play with. He's fun to play with too, but like the rework they did on the previous testing ground, it was so good, it was so promising. I think after that rework he will be on the A tier, but now he sits at the medium-sized B tier. And the final S tier in the rank goes to Afeera. I say better than him. Her, actually. Yeah. Afeera. Like, what else do you want from a hero? Like, gather all of these heroes. There will be Afeera. Like, basically, she has everything. Want to win a duel? Get her. Get one of these. Especially these four. Like, Valkyrie is very lucky that she's there because she's like a little bit better than Orochi. A little bit, just a tiny, minute, little bit better. Still, I think Orochi is just an ace S tier, but I just like I want to mess with your minds and want to make you Orochi mains angry, and I put him into A. Yeah, deal with it. Man, I'm so evil. All right, so. Yeah, Afeera is just, she has the undodgeable, she has the unblockable, she has the repositioning heavy, she has the kick, she has the iframe on dodge cancels, that acrobat that she does, it has high iframe, so she can basically, like, if Warden, for example, I say Warden a lot because I play Warden a lot, and I played against all of these heroes, and all of these heroes with like players that actually knew what they were doing. So yeah, she can easily just dodge your full charge shoulder bash. You need to do a half charge shoulder bash for her. If you do a full uncharged shoulder bash, she will dodge it. If you do a full charge, she will go into a kick after the acrobat. Not the kick, it's a knee attack. And she will counter you. And after the kick attack, if she throws a side heavy, she can reposition you and wall splat you and get another top heavy as well. Solid. So solid. She has the deflect too. If you don't know, she has deflect too. Deals 10 damage, and then you can follow it up with a guaranteed heavy, and again, that heavy can reposition if you do a side heavy. So, yeah, she's so good. She's like awesome. Everything that a hero needs, she has it. Go for it. I recommend for everyone, go for her. If you enjoy playing with her, she's a little bit hard to master, like you get all of the movesets. Basically, people just go with one moveset because it works, but some people like me who like to do variety of stuffs might have a little bit of a harder time because she has so much stuff to play with. And last but not least, the final hero, Ocelotl, A tier, solid A tier in my opinion, not here, A tier. Why? Like, he's basically like Berserker. Berserker is actually not there. Let's put Berserker in a better position, yeah. Or even Warlord. Let's just put him here, yeah. Or even Shugoki. I mean, Warden is not better than these guys. I mean, a good Warden player can actually counter every single one of these guys because he has the shoulder bash. Shoulder bash is so powerful, but still he lacks a lot that he has a very hard time against these guys again. He has so many counters. And yeah, Ocelotl, like basically a Berserker, but doesn't have the hyper armor. The only hyper armor that he has is on the zone attack, and you can't chain it into zone attack. So chain any attack into zone attack, and like awesome. Like you have infinite chains, and if you see them dodge attacking, you can go for the zone attack, which trades with them, and because the zone attack deals more damage, your trade like worth more than their trade. So, and the bash deals tons of damage. And he used to have damage on the raw dash, the dash forward bash. And they fortunately just removed that because it was so hard to play against him. He had so much damage output. And yeah, he's a cool hero. Not many players like play with him. I don't know why. Because like he might not be that fun to play, to be honest. Like his movesets are just like other heroes' moves. He's not unique, but he gets the job done. He's a solid duelist, in my opinion. Like the lights, the in-chain lights are almost unreactable because they're 400 ms. Like just like Shaman, 400 ms. It deals 9 damage though, but it's a consistent damage because they need to guess. And yeah, that's my tier list, to be honest, guys. And tell me what you think about this tier list. In my opinion, like I've done a tier list like a year ago, I guess. And in my opinion, it was not that good of a tier list, but this one is very solid in my opinion. Like I've gained more experience with many of these heroes, played against better opponents, better main these heroes. And this is my final thoughts. Again, you can play with any of these heroes and still win the match, still have fun. This is just a thing that just inform you that, hey, this hero is the meta right now. He's performing better than these guys. He's just on the paper, he's performing better because of these things. So yeah, still, if you like Nobushi, go with her. She can beat this guy too if you know how to play with her. And yeah, that's my idea. Again, tell me in the comments, what do you think about this? Tell me, like, for example, why you put, for example, Kensei here. Why Kensei is not, for example, C. And tell me it with a reason. Do not just say, like, you did bad. Why did I did bad? Tell me so I can improve. I want to improve. So nobody's completely correct. So we all know that. Thank you for watching until now. See you guys in the next video. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.